Graham, we'll touch briefly on last night's game. We said it last night. You just need one to get over that line, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. I've watched it again this morning, and some of the chances we created were great. The build-up play to it was superb. I was really happy with the players, how they've approached the last few weeks that have been difficult results-wise, but I feel their togetherness, their effort and commitment has actually grown in that period, in a perverse way. But that comes with time, when players understand and trust each other and get that sort of bonding. And excuse me. And I thought it was an excellent performance, but which didn't score to reward the endeavours of the players. But we've got to continue to repeat those types of performances, because the results will follow. And the players know that. I could feel that from them afterwards, the way they were communicating with each other. The body language was, apart from Mo, I think, who was devastated about the miss at the last minute, but we've told him just continue to get in those areas. But everyone else knew how well they'd played. So we just need to take it into another tough fixture on Saturday.
Do you think? I mean, it's not a bad run per se, is it? It's just a little bump in the road. But has that galvanised the team? Do you think? I mean, obviously you've incorporated an awful lot of new faces over the summer, and has it brought them all together?
Only if you've got the right characters and personalities. It can either split a group apart, or it can bring you closer together. That's it depends on the personalities that you have within that group. And I feel, and I know I can see it with my own eyes, that there's a group there that are forming together. They're understanding which what each other can bring to the scenario, the picture, who wants to win. And that's but it takes time to understand people. Listen, we can all come in with great big speeches on day one, but it's your actions that count. And for me, it takes time for everyone to see people's personalities and characters throughout different moments in seasons and days and all that sort of how you react to disappointment or to conflict or to wins. Do you go off the boil and think you've made it? All those sort of things add up to the makeup of a player first and foremost, and then the team and the squad. And I think we're getting closer and closer to a fully formed squad. And listen, the players are there, and the players we've recruited, adding on to the players we already have. But you have to come together emotionally and with the thoughts and the direction. So there's the game's full of 20 guys pulling different directions, and so it's not about just putting the numbers together or the names or whatever it is. It's about actually getting them to get together as people. And but I see that increasing. And I like I say, I think it's either time or results. I don't know, but as we progressed, they've certainly got closer and understood what they're capable of, and where our strengths lie. And that's the biggest thing. And I think in the last 3 or 4 performances, I think we've shown that.
A month now since the new signings have arrived on transfer deadline day, and that busy week that you had in the run up. Yeah. Pleased with how they've all got on?
Yeah. I think there's more to come from them. I think the window closing as well sort of clarifies people's minds for the next 4 or 5 months as well, or should do. Excuse me, on their potential futures. And then obviously you bring in new players who are finding their feet into a new system, a new way of playing, new teammates, all that sort of thing. Maybe moving house as well with their families and so forth. So there's lots of upheaval and stuff like that. But it is what it is. That's the career, that's the job. But I think the players have come in. I think what other players have seen with these guys coming in is good characters, good people that want to win, want to compete, support each other. I think that's first and foremost. I think how they play and how good they are as players will evolve, and they'll get to know that. But first and foremost, in the change room, on the training pitch, they're seeing what good guys they are. And I think if you've got anything about you want to be surrounded by good people. And I think that's what's sort of brought us closer together.
Having just spoken to Joe Tomlinson, he's certainly hit the ground running, hasn't he, since arriving? And threw him on within a few hours of him signing effectively at Crewe, and since then he's not really looked back.
No, well, look, it's one of them where you bring new players in and for a reason, for a purpose, and will you give them 3 months to bed in or 4 months, or you just go, let's crack on, you know what I mean? And that's how I've seen it. You know, Ellis has done the same. Anthony Stewart has basically done the same. There's other players that have come in, Jack Payne, Joe Tomlinson. So we had to do things slightly better than we didn't. Listen, it's a weird contrast, but in the first month, I thought we could have played better, but we won a lot of games, and then we've tried to evolve the style of the team and the qualities we have, but the results haven't shown that. So it's 2 contrasting months, but these players are more than capable. And I think you say hit the ground running is a good sentence with Joe, because he never stops. You know, he's up and down, and it's a hard shift that we expect of our wing backs. You know, that we expect them to be a full part of our defensive structure and our attacking formation, and you know, but they're all fit guys, you know, and they're all willing to do that work. And Joe's got a really positive attitude about himself. I think he's embedded into the group really straight away. I think the other lads have seen what he can bring, but I still think from all of them, I think there's more to come from all our players, to be honest. But like I say, it's that period will get stronger and stronger, and each individual will shine with it.
I mean, he's just said to me that he wants more goals and assists, and he reckons they'll come along like London buses after that when he gets his first one. But it's an important position, isn't it, the wing back role, because we've seen obviously Daniel Harvey getting a few goals already. Yeah. But you expect them to be pushing on and to be almost that attacking threat as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you know, we're expecting more from Cam on the other side, because you know, part of his our attraction to him was his playing record, but he scored goals as well from that right wing back position. So he's sort of got into that sort of mode of where to be when crosses are coming into the box and stuff like that. But Joe has that attribute. I think Brooklyn has. I think Joe Tomlinson has. Excuse me. And so I think, and like you say with Dan Harvey, I think stepping him back one as the left-sided centre half, you see how advanced he played, and Warren from the other side, and they were an extra attacking dimension as well. So we want all our players to fully commit to both sides of the game. You know, we don't want our team to be in half. You know, you lot defend, you attack. We want the whole team attacking at when we're in those phases, and the whole team defending. So we expect the front three or front two to be back and connected with the team when we defend. But I think there's a responsibility on the defensive type of players to contribute on the goals and assists. And Joe's certainly got those attributes. He's done it in training. We've seen it, and he went close Saturday with a long range effort. So yeah, it's hopefully he'll get up and running soon.
I mean, you mentioned that even your centre backs pushing forwards as well last night. Does it help with Daniel Harvey in particular having that sort of wing back sort of background in ploughing him forward as well?
Yeah, I think we played him there in pre-season against Coventry, and he played really well in that game. But then we changed something the next game, and he went back to the wing back. And but you know, the attributes he has, and Warren, and the other players like Jack Tucker as well, that you know they're decent on the ball. They're good passers of the ball. They can make good decisions, but they're good defenders as well. So, but we're trying to get them to maximise everything that they've got, and go and commit and go and play with risk and drive into those spaces. And you know, I had a good chat with Warren the other day and Dan Harvey about it, and I thought they both really committed to that. And you know, both of them had efforts at goal last night. You know, there's a lot of responsibility then on whoever the middle centre half is, Anthony Stewart, who did it really well. But we've got MJ there. There's an extra insurance to sit in behind them. So, but yeah, it's just getting players to sort of release themselves a little bit. You know, play with that freedom that we're giving them, that freedom to go and take risks, make a mistake, but keep going, keep trying, show that ambition. But it takes time for people to trust you and understand that you're not going to come down on them like a ton of bricks if they do make a mistake trying to be positive. It's as they get to know me and understand me, which I think they're getting to now, certainly the lads from last year.
That hunger though, that's what you want to see, isn't it? You want to see them desperate for goals, even when they're in form.
Yeah, look, I think, and I've tried to explain this to the players in training, that you build up your habits and your habits really in training, how you do, and if you're not taking shots in training, you're avoiding that sort of scenario, then why are you going to go and then transform it into a game? So you've got to get into the daily habit of hitting the target, and we always have goal-orientated sessions. They're always involved, so there's always opportunities for forward players. And I'm not just talking about strikers, I'm talking about attacking midfield players and stuff like that, they always have opportunities during every day of training to practice what they want to achieve on a Saturday. So but yeah, you need to have that sort of that will, that instinct to go, I want to go, because it's a great feeling. Sticking the ball in the back of the net, there's not much better than that, and that's what they thrive upon. So they have to be part of our build-up play to create those opportunities, and we have to then, when we get there, show the right quality to allow them to score.
And you'll obviously be looking for that on Saturday against Gillingham. We've said it plenty of times before, pretty much every game, that it's another tough one down the way, and Gillingham are a side who know what League Two is all about.
Yeah, it's week in, week out. Stockport, Harrogate, Wrexham, they're all good teams, and they're all competitive teams. They all want to win. You know what I mean? We've got no God-given right to beat anybody. We have to earn it. Whatever teams have done in the past, wherever they play, this, that, the other, whatever the names are, what colour the kit is, you have to go out and earn it. And, you are what you do. So we have to go there, and it is a tough venue. Played there many times myself as a player. But these are the sort of types of games where you do get success, and you do compete well, and I think it adds more to your army going forward. So they're a good team, and they've started the season really well, and then had a difficult spell similar to ourselves. So we'll go there looking to play as well as we have done the last couple of games, but obviously turn that draw from last night into a win.